Tonight, don't let others define your worth. Own your growth and potential. Oftentimes, we let our peers, our coaches, our parents, whoever it may be, define our worth. Our teachers, who think we're good for nothing and going nowhere in life because we want to play professional baseball, and they think we're prioritizing the wrong things. And sometimes we let that affect us. But my challenge to you is to not allow other people to define your worth. Start to understand who you are and the man you want to become, because you're the one putting in work. You're the one showing up day after day at 7:30 at night to listen to a podcast on how to be a better man and a better ball player. You're the one doing it, okay? By God's grace, God has given us the ability to show up and work hard, but you guys have to take initiative, and every single one of you is doing that. So my challenge to you is believe in yourself. Don't let others define your worth. The challenge is to learn how to actually break free from that. It's one thing to say, don't let others define your worth. Oh, that sounds like some rainbow fairy dust that we all wish we could just implement in our lives like it was the easiest thing ever. The challenging part is understanding how to do it. My best advice is to embrace who you are becoming, not be bound to who you are today. It's easy to look yourself in the mirror today and think, man, I'm not that attractive, man. There's better looking dudes out there. Or man, I'm kind of skinny, man. I haven't really filled out yet, and I'm not really like as strong as the other guys on my team. Or man, I'm just like not very smart. I don't make great grades, and I'm not the best baseball player. And you start to look in the mirror and put yourself down consistently. And those are all normal things, and you're not alone in that. Every one of us does it. Even me today in the gym, I'm looking at myself like, look frumpy and like just not the athlete that I was, right? I'm trying to understand who I am in this new season of life for myself. So I want you to know, first and foremost, you're not alone when you look in the mirror and feel down or don't love who you are today. I'm actually going to say that's an okay thing. That's an okay thing, because what that means is you have more to go. You have more to give. You're headed in the right direction. And so the challenge is to start to see yourself for who you're becoming. It's like, did I put in the work today to become better? Did I do it with a good attitude? Am I concentrated? Am I giving my best effort? Am I doing these things that we talk about week after week after week? And I see that 3 to 5 year plan. I see that road ahead of me, and I'm taking one step at a time. If you're on that journey and you're doing those things and you're showing up consistently, even when you don't feel like it, judge your worth off of that. Judge your worth off of who you're becoming, not who you are today. Understand that your growth is going to take time. So often, especially in this culture, in this community that we live in Rockwall, Texas, you guys are judged off of who you were as freshmen. And that judgment or that persona that somebody else has put on you carries with you for the next 3 to 4 years. And so understand that you're putting in work and it's going to take time. Just because you're a freshman and you're not the biggest, fastest, strongest, best player on the team does not mean that you can't get to where you want to be 2 to 3, 4, 5 years down the road. Don't let those early opinions of you by coaches and peers impact the man you're going to become. Tony Dungy wrote a book, and in that book he interviewed a Division I football coach. And the Division I football coach said that he only recruits seniors in high school. When all these other coaches out there are recruiting the freshmen and the sophomores and the 4 and 5 star guys early in their careers, he recruits only seniors. Because what he gets out of the seniors are mature, heartfelt, like you get more of who that kid is as a senior or who he's going to be in college as a senior than trying to recruit a kid as a freshman and hope he turns out to be the guy you expect him to be. And so I just think there's something powerful in that, because so many of you guys are judged as freshmen in high school in this community, and that sticks with you for so long. So don't fret over that. Control what you can control and play the long-term game with it, and understand that your growth is going to take time. And don't let those early opinions of you limit you in the journey you're on. Matthew 8, 2 through 3. in the book of Matthew in the Bible. It says, a man with leprosy came and knelt before him and said, Lord, if you are willing, you can make me clean. Jesus reached out his hand and touched the man and said, I am willing. Be clean. Immediately, the man was cleansed of his leprosy. And so you're probably like, dude, why are you talking about a dude with leprosy? But the reality is, if you put yourself in that context and you understand that God sees your worth before you do. Even when you're not the biggest, fastest, strongest, most handsome, smartest dude around, God knows that you have value on this earth. God knows that you have value on that baseball field. God knows that you have value in that classroom. That you are made in his image and you're worth so much more than somebody else's opinion of you. So stay focused, guys. Stay focused on the long-term game. 3 to 5 year plan for you guys that are young. One step at a time. Start letting that compound interest take effect, meaning you do something day after day after day. It's hard to see the growth when you look in the mirror today versus tomorrow versus the day after. But when you look in the mirror 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now versus who you are today, it's like the hockey stick effect, man. It's going to be like a slow growth, and then all of a sudden you're going to skyrocket and become everything you ever dreamed of becoming. I got a question for you guys. Have any of you ever felt judged too soon? You felt like somebody felt like, or somebody said something to you early on in your career, and that stuck with you, or that stuck with them as to who they thought you were, right? Have you been judged too soon, and now you're like, dude, look at me now. Look at me now. But it doesn't even matter because it's almost like they can't humble themselves enough to admit that they were wrong. Anybody feel that? No, we got 4 or 5 hands up in this room, right? Trent Jones, Kellen, I see you. JT, take advantage of this, man. You're not there yet, but you're close, right? You're close. And you see there's 7 or 8 guys in this podcast right now that feel like they got judged too soon. And I'd venture to say it's because they were too small, not fast enough, right? Hadn't developed enough, right? All these things that were outside of y'all's control early on. And when we get judged too soon and we let that impact us, it stunts our growth and doesn't allow us to become who we were truly made to become. So let that fall off your shoulders. Look in the mirror. Understand who you are becoming, not who you are today. Put stock in that and lean on the people in this room. Lean on me, lean on Risco, lean on the men in this group right here for your accountability. And know that when you're feeling down and when you're feeling like you're not worthy, you're not good enough, that there are people who do care about you and people who are excited to see where you're headed. All right, guys, I love you so much. I'm so proud of each one of you for working hard, being consistent. We'll see you guys next week, all right? Monday night, 7:30. Invite your friends on. Tell them to come on. If this brings value to your life, let's start stacking people on this thing, okay? All right, guys.
All right, thank you.
You're very welcome. I love you guys. Y'all have a great Monday night. Go get them this week. Dominate and separate, right? Dominate and separate from the pack. See you, boys.
Yes, sir. Thank you.